Thank you. Hi, and welcome to today's Kids. Well, we have that medical show that I've been promising you guys. You guys asked for it, and we finally have it. Let's see, we had a request for this medical show about 7 months ago. And when I first got this request, I just couldn't see how I could do this show with the doctors and their schedules. But one day I was in the doctor's office, and I just asked this doctor, this kind lady, and she says, sure, I'll do it. And so I got real excited, and I thought, well, if it worked with her, I'll try the next doctor. So I asked the next doctor, and she goes, well, sure, I'll do that. They are really dedicated, and so they're here with us today. Let's bring on our first doctor. We have Dr. Yvonne De Silva.
You know, let me tell you, all she said was not true.
It's true. It's true. You're here. You're here.
Yeah.
Normally, I have a little cue card that tells me all about these my guests, and I'm able to read that and tell what they're doing and how long they've been doing it. But with titles like neonatologist, and I do this, I said no cue cards on that. They're going to introduce themselves today. So, Dr. De Silva, who are you? I've said your name, but who are you, and what do you do?
I'm a pediatrician in Corona, taking care of children from newborn up to about 18 years old.
Okay, great. And let's see, I think you've got some patients here.
Yeah, I see a lot of familiar faces.
All right, okay. Let's bring on our next doctor. We have here, she's going to introduce herself, so I won't tell her name. You are Dr.
Fadia Ateya. I'm an internist in Corona, and when Dr. De Silva get finished with the 18 years old, I take them over.
Up to what age? You started at 18, but up to what age?
Take care of the 18-year-olds, the moms and the grandmoms, all the way until I give them to my husband. He takes care of the geriatric people.
Oh, okay, real good. That's great. All right, we've got some questions and answers, actually lots of questions and answers. But you know what, come back, Dr. De Silva. I got the first question because it's my show. Okay, first question. Get up here, Dr. Atia. Huh? All right, actually, you decide. My question is, got to come closer to me. They want you on camera. Okay. All right, that's okay. They're going to have their turn. All right, my question is, it's not a medical question, but I know from experience that I've had fever, little kids with fever, 105 in the middle of the night. I'm terrified. I don't know what to do. I mean, kind of now I know because my son's 10. But when they were little, I remember calling you 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and she would answer the phone and give me advice. And you go into the office and she's there. If anybody else is there, you call first. Is Dr. De Silva there? Yes, she is. Yes. Okay. Can I bring my child in? Okay. Yes, I can fit your child in. I mean, you're always there. My question is, when do you guys shop? Do you guys go to the mall? I mean, come on. You always have these beautiful clothes, and I'm wondering, when does she go to the mall? I don't see you at the mall. I'm always at the mall. When do you guys have time to shop? I mean, I know you probably got maids and all that stuff that cooks and cleans and do, but hey, they can't buy you clothes, right? When do you guys?
That we don't shop. We just go pick one thing and leave. We don't wander around.
You conquer. What about you?
Oh, we shop and buy in bulk to last you.
Just like a doctor.
That's like a doctor. When the sale's on is when I buy.
All right, that's good advice, guys. All right, listen, they told me I have to go to break, so listen, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Do you know how to escape a fire? Well, would you believe you could learn the answer from a baby?
If you get caught in a fire, here's what you should know. Get down on your knees and you remember, please, to keep your body low. You just got to fall and crawl. That's all. And you get out of the fire. Fall and crawl.
Welcome back to today's Kids. We've got that medical show that we promised you guys, and the kids can't wait to ask their questions. But first, let's meet some other guests. We have joining us now Dr. all the way from Beverly Hills, California, Dr. Lucci Hernia. Pernia. I always call you Kugana, okay? I taught her daughter years ago, and boy, I tell you, it makes me look old now when I see Hana. Anyways, tell us about yourself.
Oh,
You have a mic, go ahead.
Basically I'm a pediatrician, but I specialize in newborns. So I'm called a neonatologist.
Neonatologist.
So the age range is anywhere. I guess I can take care of babies up to about a year of age.
Oh, okay. All right. So you work with those little tiny ones. Oh,
Yes.
we've got some questions for you. You know, like, what's the smallest baby you ever delivered? Did that baby? I mean, lots of questions for you. This is exciting because I had a preemie, and you were right there and can help me with my preemie. But you know what? Stand up. This is my preemie. This was just barely. We barely took it home at 4 pounds, and now look at it. My goodness. Doesn't look like a preemie anymore, huh? All right, you be seated. Okay, and seated next to Dr. Lucci is, go ahead. I don't have a cue card, so you have to tell me who you are.
My name is Stephen Sotomayor. I'm a physician assistant from Kaiser Riverside, and I practice in general vascular and thoracic surgery.
All right. Yeah. Okay, how long have you been in this business?
Approximately 15 years now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I've got more questions, and you know what? I just might ask mine first because it's my show. But anyways, you know, before we get into our questions, though, we've got The Lighter Side by Jeremy. And come on up, Jeremy. Let's see what we have on The Lighter Side today. Okay.
Today on the lighter side, we have 3 of the Crossroads Spelling Bee finalists from Crossroads, and they went to the district finals. So
Okay, you know what? You said spelling bee, but we probably got what?
speech meet. I'm
Speech
sorry.
meet. We did spelling bee last time. This time we had the speech meet finalists. Okay. All right, come on up. Sorry, just like Jeremy. Okay. All right, let's get all back in here. Okay, these are the speech meet. Wait, you told me that you have 3.
Oh, no.
I say 1, 2.
No. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you were one. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So you guys are speech meet finalists? Okay, so you competed in your class, and what happened?
Well, I was a little bit nervous the first time, but the rest of the times I got the hang of it, so I wasn't nervous anymore.
All right, so you won in your class?
Yeah.
All right, so from your class you got to do it.
In front of the whole school.
How was that?
Well, that tended to be a little bit more of
Kind of nerve-wracking?
yeah, kind of.
All right, but you won. All right, and then you got to go all the way to the district finals? And where was that held at?
It was in Redlands.
Redlands. Wow, was that during school?
Yes, it
Kind of fun
was.
to get out of school?
Yes.
All right, and you got to go out there, and so all you guys are winners. You come back with these real nice ribbons?
Yeah.
All right, okay, listen, I want to hear the first 3 lines of your speech. Okay, if you go too long, I'll have to cut you off. Hey, wait a minute, we only got boys standing up here. What's going on here? Okay, look at this. Okay, we had some girl winners, but they couldn't be here. All right, so we got these boys on. I just had to put a plug in for the girls. All right, the first 3 lines.
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquities, who heals all your diseases.
Very good, Jeremy. I can see why you won. All right. Okay.
A little red hen once found a grain of wheat. Who will plant this wheat, she said. I won't say the dog, I won't say the cat, I won't say the pig, I won't say the turkey.
All right. Very good. Okay. First 3 lines.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul.
Very good. Let's give them a hand. You guys are awesome. We're so proud of you. Can you hold that for me? Okay, and we've got a certificate for you from today's kids. Okay, let's see. There we go here. Clumsy fingers. Casey, congratulations, and I will shake your hand. Oh, wrong hand, but it's okay. Okay, Joseph.
Thank you.
All right. And great, guys. We're real proud of you. You may be seated. Listen, we've got to go to another break. When we come back, we've got questions and answers from the children and from the parents, so stay tuned.
Less crime is no accident. Programs like mentoring, job training, counseling, along with after-school activities are keeping kids away from crime and crime away from kids. Look around. You'll see that kids involved in these kinds of programs are kids who are staying out of trouble. It takes you and programs that work. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT and we'll send you a free booklet. Call now and help take a bite out of crime.
All right. Okay. All right, welcome back to today's kids. We've got some questions from the kids to our medical staff here. All right, who's got the first question? Oh my goodness, who do I go to? All right, let's start with you, Jeremy.
Do you have children, and if so, do you treat your own children?
Do you have children, and if so, do you treat your own children?
Yeah, I've got children, 2 boys. And I've given them all their shots and treated them all their lives. They've never seen another doctor.
Oh, neat. All right, how about you, Doc?
I have 2 boys too. I treat them most of the time, but for the shots, I take them to Dr.
I'm the bad one, huh?
Oh, my. All right. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, there have been some occasions where we've treated the kids. But most of the time the kids say, could we go see the doctor over there at the clinic? But, oh yeah, we've done that.
Great. All right. How about you?
I have one child, she's right here, Hannah, and I never had to treat her for anything. And she goes to a pediatrician.
Oh, okay. All right. And she was not a preemie?
No.
She was okay. All right. Okay, another question. All right. Stand, okay?
Do all babies have birthmarks?
Do all babies have birthmarks? Good question. Do all babies have birthmarks? I've got one. I think my children have birthmarks.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Some babies have birthmarks, not all of them. But they're very common right up here and in the back of their neck. Those are called stork bites.
Stork bites.
Stork bites.
Oh, okay. All right.
But they're not real common, and sometimes people come by and they say that they would like to get rid of them, and sometimes they send them to specialists called dermatologists to have them removed. But for the most part, not everybody has that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. I've seen kids with them right on their forehead, and it was very, you know, I think I would have it removed also if it had been someplace that's that noticeable.
Yeah.
Okay, another question. All right. Alex.
Can you make the medicine and the needles into pills so it doesn't hurt us?
Did you get that? Make that medicine into pills so it doesn't hurt. Okay, who'd like to answer that? Okay, well, Dr. Tia.
I don't think we have it all yet. It's up to you guys to make more investigations. How can you turn things? And that's why we change. The medicine change every day. We try to make it painless. We are not there yet. So there's something for you to do in the future.
All right, even for this generation, huh? By the time you guys have kids, then they'll be going in and taking a pill shot. All right. Okay. Okay, another question. Let's see, Jamie.
Why do kids get ear infections?
Oh, why do kids get ear infections?
Okay, I'll answer that.
Okay.
Well, you know, kids are growing up, so your ear structure is different from the bigger people. So your ear canal is kind of straight instead of slanting down, so it makes it easier for bacteria to get into the middle ear and cause an ear infection. An ear infection is caused by germs or bacteria that get into your middle ear.
Oh, okay. All right. Another question. Let's have somebody here on the back row. Let's see, Kai, stand up.
What are you looking for when you look into children's mouths?
What are you looking for when you look into children's mouth? They want their candy.
We look at their tonsils, their throat, we see their teeth, their gums, the tongue. all that. That's where we make you say, ah.
Let's see, if you see little bumps or something, that can tell you whether
If
or
you
not
see
it's
little
got-
bumps, you
Yeah.
can say whether there's an infection there or not.
And sometimes when you look in there, you'll see some redness. Sometimes with the infection, you can see some pretty nasty things in there. And it also tells us sometimes what we think the infection really is. And so there's a lot of information you get from looking inside of somebody's mouth.
All right. Thank you. Okay, another question here. All right. Casey.
Why do children have tonsils?
Why do they take them out sometimes, huh?
Oh, I've got that one. I know
Okay.
that. God let you have tonsils so that surgeons could take them out. It keeps us employed.
No, that's not all right. Tonsils are made up of a tissue called lymphoid tissue, which holds the infection so that it doesn't spread in your whole body. Now, when they get diseased and damaged, then we take them out.
Okay.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's have another question. Let's see somebody on the front. Rachel.
Why do children get shots?
Okay, why do children get shots?
Nobody wants
Doctors
to.
in
Do you
business.
have any idea why? Why don't you think? Do you think there is a reason for that?
That's right.
That's
right.
it. To keep you healthy.
What did she say? I'm sorry, you didn't have the mic.
Why don't
No,
so
what was your
that
answer?
so that children don't get sick?
So that they don't get sick. Is
That's
that
very
is that
good.
right? Huh? Sure. Okay. All right. Another question. Let's see. Adam.
Can food and drink really affect your teeth?
Well, that's a good one for the dentist who's coming on the next show. But you guys want to take a crack at it? Food and, what did you say, food and what?
Drinks.
Food and drinks affect your teeth?
I think Adam, your dad is the best one to answer this.
That's right, his dad's a
His dad is
dentist,
the
huh?
dentist.
Sure,
Oh,
there's-
he's probably just checking, just make sure his dad's telling him right.
Oh, no. And we all know that having a lot of milk and calcium is good for growing kids and growing teeth. And we also know that if you don't get a really good diet, that certain things can happen not only to your teeth, but to your bones as well. So, it's really important that you have certain kinds of foods, like the dairy products and things, so that you will have good bones and good teeth. Oh, yeah.
All right, okay. Let's see, let's see, you've not asked one, Mariah. Stand.
Is candy really good for you?
Candy tastes good.
Candy tastes real good. Good for you. Not too much candy, though. Too much candy is not good for you.
All right.
She's
So when you go trick-or-treating, limit yourself to 3 pieces. Okay?
And
You get
make
more
sure
than-
to brush your teeth good.
Right,
Afterwards.
okay, question. Okay. See, did you ask one? Okay.
How come inside your body your blood is blue, but when it comes out it is red?
Wow, good question. Well, let's see, who'd like to tackle that? I see you
Okay.
smiling.
Well, the blood looks blue inside the body because it goes through vessels called veins, and it kind of gives it a bluish discoloration. But actually, blood is red, and what makes it red is the oxygen that it carries, and also there's a pigment that, or a coloring in the blood that makes it red.
All right. Well, listen, they're telling me I've got to go to break. When we come back, we're going to hear questions from the children, and we've also got some adults that we're going to ask some questions. So stay tuned.
Do you know who I am? Am I a P or a D? A Q, perhaps? Or a B? I am dyslexia, and millions of kids struggle with me every time they read. Call now to help your child manage his learning disability. There's no reason to be held back.
Okay. Okay, we're back. Questions. You know what? Let me take a couple of questions from adults. Who's got a question back here? All right, there's a hand all the way over here. Let's see. Maybe I'll go this way. Okay.
Hi. My son's 8 years old and he's interested in bodybuilding. At what age would it be okay to start weightlifting and working out?
Good question.
Well, I'll start it out.
Okay.
I think there's a couple of things to keep in mind when you're talking about bodybuilding. It's number one, that they should start into it gradually. Most kids try to do what older kids are doing, and usually they start out working way too hard. And that's a really bad thing. They read all these muscle magazines and they try to imitate that. And so there are and is a specialty within medicine of sports medicine. And a lot of times they will come up with what they call an exercise prescription. And they even have exercise prescriptions that can be made and tailored for children. And you can actually, there's quite a few groups that are out in the Riverside and area that I know of that actually will actually do that for you. And that's probably the best way to do it. There's really no good age limit as to when kids should get started, but certainly if they're doing too much, they can do some damage to themselves, so we want to do it right.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody got anything to add to that? That brings me to a question I wanted to ask. How important are multivitamins for children? Should all children take multivitamins, or what's your take on that?
Yeah, usually it's not recommended for children to take multivitamins unless they're poor eaters, they don't have a good diet. Otherwise, they should, if they eat wholesome meals, they shouldn't really be needing vitamins.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, another question. Let's see, since I'm back here, let's have another adult here. Okay.
Is it common for children, young children, to have high cholesterol?
Wow, high cholesterol in young children? Is that common?
No, that's not common. High cholesterol is not common in young children. We screen them routinely now around about 10 years of age, especially if they have a strong family history of high cholesterol, then they're screened around about 10 years of age.
My granddaughter's twice, has had it.
Her granddaughter has high cholesterol.
Then she should see a nutritionist, yes.
If I may add, there are some genetic predispositions, but still they are not common.
Okay.
So when we found that, we know that those people are, and it's usually not only eating habits, that the body is forming the cholesterol, and that's the one that shows early in children and young adults.
Okay. Should we watch the fat intake for our children? Is that
if they have a high cholesterol, but not
otherwise we can just, okay.
I noticed that it's a good habit that we should change what we teach our children, because when we get older, it's harder to change habits. So if we teach our children different from what we learned as kids, I think we'll make their life easier when they get older.
Yeah. Good advice.
Being overweight in children in recent medical literature has shown that we have a much heavier population than we've had in the past. And in fact, a lot of people are basically recommending that we get a little more exercise for our kids, and certainly that we adjust our diet to not restrict fats, but to lower the amount of actual fats that we're getting. Too much fast food, for instance, maybe not the best thing that we give to our kids. And so good, nutritious meals that are, well balanced probably are a really good idea.
So we're not sure, though, we're coming up to the proper standards for their bodies. We should go ahead and give them the multivitamins. They won't hurt, right?
It won't hurt.
It won't hurt. Okay. All right. Okay. I've got a question for the neonatologist. What is the smallest baby you've ever delivered or worked on?
Well, nowadays they go as low as 1 pound or even smaller. And the criteria for saving lives have gone down, and we're down to about a little less than a pound.
My gosh. And those babies can survive, right?
Well, they survive, but there's still a question about outcome, but it's improving. With technology, it's been improving.
Right. I know when my preemie was born, they told me that she might have eyesight problems, hearing problems, just a lot, but she came out fine. She turned out fine. During that same time she was born, another really, really tiny baby was born. I think they had in the paper the actual size of this baby. When I saw that, I could not imagine. Just awesome. Okay, let's see. I've got 2 minutes. Questions. Let's get some more from the children here. Let's say a kid does not ask a question. Karen.
Do children have to have checkups regularly if they're healthy?
Good questions. Did they come in and have checkups if they're healthy already? I mean, if it works, don't fix it. What do you think?
Yes, it's good to have a checkup. It's not if it works, don't fix it. We got to see children, see how they grow, their weight, their height, check their bones, check their teeth, give them shots periodically, teach you about diet and exercise. It's good to come into the doctor at least once a year.
Oh, okay. All right. Joseph.
Are children's blood pressures really actually important?
Okay. Now that's Dr. Atia's son. Have you taken his blood pressure? Is that really important?
Yes, because if it is, there is a normal range for blood pressure, even for children, and when it is out of the normal range, it's an indication of a disease. So we look for that disease. So some are born with certain problems, and some they acquire. So we can't. It's important.
All right. Question.
Do you treat yourself?
Do you treat yourself? Well, do you treat yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We all treat ourselves.
And we're very bad patients, too.
Exactly.
Do you have HMO or PPO?
It doesn't. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you can treat yourself. How about give yourself shots and all that, and you know if you get the flu?
Yeah.
All right, listen, they're
It's-
waving. I'm out of time.
It's really
Listen, the
awful.
future
We've
of this
actually
country-
sewn each other up.
All
yeah.
right, the future of this country, as with any country, is...
Today's